Ooh, got 'em early. Got 'em early. Ooh, got 'em early. Got 'em early. Ooh. Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Aiden, and as you can see from the title, in today's video we do actually have an early review. Now it's not something that happens very often, but anytime it does, I'm always very excited. So in today's review, we will be taking an early look at the Nike Air Max 1 in the Mica Green colorway, or Mica Green, whatever we're calling them. Now I personally am absolutely buzzing about these, and I hope you guys are as well. So without any further ado, just sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So just like we always do before we go any further with this video, let's just get the formalities out of the way and kick this off with the packaging. And the box itself is just your pretty standard red Nike sportswear box. A huge contrast to the last pair of Air Max 1s we last reviewed. If you want to check that out, I will leave a link to it above. Now with that said, if we do just take a quick look at the label which reads, we have the Nike Air Max 1 SC, and this is in the white Mica Green 4-ton dust colorway, and is a UK size 9 as it is a personal pair. Now that's the size label for anyone who wants to check that out. Because this is early, if you do want to legit check it, just pause the video there. That's how the label should look. And then if we do open up the box itself, on the inside we do just have your pretty standard tissue paper. And then underneath that, we have what we came for. So let's go ahead and get straight into the shoes. So without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Nike Air Max 1 in the Mica Green colorway. Again, I'm not 100% if it's Mica, if it's Mica, so just bear with me. I might say it wrong throughout the rest of the video, but let's just make the best of it. Now this isn't actually a shoe that I've expected to be able to get so early. I believe that this is actually supposed to be releasing on the 14th of April. Don't quote me on it. That's just what I've seen on the Soul Supplier's website. And I really wasn't expecting to get them. I did see that there were some European retailers that did get them early and did drop them early, but due to those import fees, shout out to Boris, I really wasn't touching them. I was fully prepared to wait until the 14th of April. But fortunately enough for me, they did actually drop early on the Offspring website of all places. Now, Offspring and myself, we do have a love-hate relationship, more hate than love, but that's just what it is. But because this was early and because it's an Air Max 1, I made the sacrifice and I ordered these and I have absolutely no regrets, so that is what it is. Now this is definitely a shoe that I was definitely looking forward to. There's a lot to love about this shoe. There's a lot about this shoe that I personally am a massive fan of. So if you are tuning into this video today to get a good insightful look at these before they do actually release, in this review I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So by the end of this video you can decide for yourself whether this is something you're going to be adding to your collection as well. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And for this one we do actually see that classic Air Max 1 style of colour blocking that made this shoe an absolute must-cop for me personally. With that said, if we kick this off from the front of the shoe and we'll gradually work our way back. So at the base of the shoe we do have your pretty standard all white mesh material making up the toe box itself, which has then actually been accented very nicely with this softer to touch Mica Green leather around the toe box on the mudguard. Now the first thing I do want to point out is that the quality of the leather on the mudguard is actually of a pretty decent quality overall. I was actually very surprised by it. Has a really nice soft texture to it. Doesn't feel overly tumbled or overly pre-textured like you see with a lot of bad leathers. And I would say as far as Air Max 1 leathers are concerned, this is actually of a very nice quality overall. Definitely a very nice surprise for me personally. I really don't know what I was expecting, but overall, absolutely no complaints with that. And I do actually feel like this Mica Green or Mica Green, whatever we're calling it, again, let's just move on, is actually very nice. It's not necessarily something that I feel like a lot of people would go for. It's not something that's necessarily too out there or too bold. But as far as like an everyday, all day type of look, I definitely feel like this colourway is popping very nicely against the backdrop of the other colours used on the shoe as well. So again, a very nice touch for me. But as we then continue to work our way further back the upper and actually jump into some more of the details on both the U-throat as well as in the quarter midfoot panel, we do have this very rough to the touch, grey coloured short-haired suede. And then in the middle of the midfoot itself, just like what we saw with the mudguard, we do have that very nice Mica Green leather making up the Nike swoosh on both the lateral and medial sides. And from there, as we then work our way onto the ankle collar, we'll start off with the top eye stays to begin with. Now the eye stays themselves have been constructed using this Mica Green TPU material, and then around the eye stay itself itself, just like what we saw with the midfoot and the U-throw. We do have that short hurt rough suede once again. From there, as we then work our way onto the ankle collar, just like what we saw with the toe box, we do have that white mesh material making up the ankle collar itself. And as you reach the heel, the makeup again is pretty much the same. So we have that Mica Green leather on the mudguard. We then have that short hurt rough suede in the middle with that white mesh detailing at the very top. And then in the middle of the heel itself, we do have that Mica Green coloured Nike Air branding embroidered into the heel. Very nice as always. Now, when it does come to the lacing options for these, we do only actually get one set of laces, which isn't too surprising. And the laces that come in the shoe to begin with are just your pretty standard flat white shoelaces. For me personally, it is the best way to go and the only way to go with this shoe. So if you are looking for any lace swap advice, this isn't the video for you. Because for me personally, these all white laces is definitely the best look. That's just my opinion. And then beneath the laces themselves, we do just have your pretty standard white mesh material making up the tongue itself. From there, as we then work our way up to the top of the tongue, we have your white tongue tag, which does also feature that Mica Green coloured Nike Air Max branding in the centre. Very nice as always. And from there, as we do work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we just have your pretty boring, bog standard, all white sock liner. Now, in most cases, I personally don't love white sock liners, but for this, it couldn't be anything else, so I'm definitely not going to complain about it. And I do feel like overall, nothing really to write home about. And from there, as we do work our way even further onto the inside of the shoe, we do just have your pretty standard insole, which has been done of that mostly all white colour. And then also featured on the insole, we do see that Nike Air branding once again. And then just to close that in terms of the details, as we do work our way down to the midsole, we do just have your pretty standard polyurethane midsole with that visible air unit towards the heel. And as we reach the outsole, we do have your classic Air Max 1 style of outsole with that waffle design. And it has been done in that classic colour blocking as well. So we have black at the forefoot, white towards the heel with that nice pop of green just beneath the toe. And it also does have a really nice speckled pattern to it. So again, for me personally, that was a very, very nice touch. And then when it does come to the overall sizing for these, I just went with my natural true to size fit, which in my case is just a UK size 9. This fits me just like any other Air Max 1 that we've picked up. So I am just going to suggest you just go with your natural true to size fit. Now, if you've never owned a pair before, as this shoe hasn't actually come out just yet, head to your local retailer. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of Air Max 1 sitting on shelves. Try any other Air Max 1. From my experience, I've never had any issues with sizing. So just try any other Air Max 1, get the best sizing for you, and then get it for these. But outside of that, if you don't really have the option to, or you really can't be bothered to, just go with your natural true to size fit and you'll be absolutely fine. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, so you guys can get out of here, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say they are a very solid 8 out of 10. Definitely love this shoe, very happy to have it early and very happy to add it into my summer rotation. It's not too out there, it's not too bold, so I definitely feel like just matching this to outfits won't be as difficult as some of the other colourways we've already got in the collection. It features that really classic OG style of colour blocking, and overall I am obsessed with Air Max 1, so having a good versatile option like this one in the collection that requires absolutely zero dress sense like I have, I am of course very happy to add these into the personal collection. Something else I really wanted to touch on was how good the QC was with my pair, especially because it's an early pair as well. You never really know what to expect, even though it came from a retailer. It's Offspring, so I really wouldn't be surprised if there was an issue, but overall, I would say the QC on these was absolutely spectacular. The material quality was very, very good as well. So overall, I am very, very happy with these. I would love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do let me know what you think of my rating, let me know what you think of this shoe, and any other thoughts, do make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, as always, I do just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one. Peace.